All right. I got a powerful presentation I want to present to y'all today. All right, peace and love. This is Christianity and the Bible Exposed by your boy Lex Guwap. This will be a powerful presentation, so I want y'all to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be dropping a lot of content. Now, my attempt for doing this video is to enlighten the minds and take these mental changed off y'all brain, because I'm approving this Bible that religion is fake and they using it to control and manipulate people. Now let's get to it. The title is Christianity and the Bible Exposed by Lex Guwap. All right. Now, the Adam and Eve story is a lie. Now, according to the Bible, it say the Bible say God made Eve from Adam's rib. Hence, that's why DNA look like a twisted rib cage. All this is symbolic. Now, I got a quote that I got at the Bible. I'm gonna read it for y'all. It's one English translation, Genesis, chapter 2, verse 21 reads, "He took one of the man's rib and then closed up the place with flesh." We know from 2 verses later that Adam recognized Eve to be bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. So there's more involved than sharing a rib. So that's real important, because in the Bible it states in Genesis, Genesis mean the beginning. So in Genesis it states in the Bible that Eve came from Adam's rib, and we all know that a female does not come from a male. We only come from the female. Ain't no man having no baby and getting pregnant with a person. With that being said, the Bible, the Adam and Eve story is a lie. We come from female. Female don't come from us, and I'm gonna explain that as I get deeper into my lecture. Now, on the next slide, Adam is symbolic to Adam. That's real key. Adam is symbolic to Adam. Now, all right. Now that we know that Adam is symbolic to atom, now the Bible is basically explaining to you genetics on how the first original human was made. And it's a known fact that we all know that black people was the first people to be on the planet. But to be exact, it was the black woman. Now, over here, we're looking at the genetic system. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it from right here. Now, an atom turns into a molecule turns into a cell transforms into a tissue transforms into an organ transforms to an organ system, and as you can see, an organ system transformed to an organism, aka the black woman. Now I'm gonna show y'all why the Bible, how they using it to manipulate and control us. Now y'all ain't gonna get this knowledge from nowhere else, so y'all better, I ain't gonna say y'all better, but y'all like and subscribe, man. Let's get this message out there, man. Let's free the minds of our people, Joe. That's my whole point for doing this video. Now, Eve has a belly button. This is real critical, because if Eve come from Adam, how the fuck she got a belly button? When you got a belly button, that means you've been attached to an umbilical cord. So that right there proves that Eve didn't come from Adam's rib. It's all allegorical. Once again, that's very key. And then another thing, what makes it so key, if I'm proving that Eve didn't come from Adam's rib and all that was a fake, then if if that never happened, then technically none in the Bible never happened, because everybody is descendants from Adam and Eve. So I just crushed that right there. Now, the next slide, hold on, let me flame up this good thrack shit. I gotta get in mode, because I get to getting passionate about this shit. I stayed up all night putting this lecture together, man. Aim up that good too. Now, like I was saying, it is a known fact black people were the first people on earth. But to be right and exact, it was the black female, the first being on this planet, because males cannot produce, only females can. And in fact, I'm gonna go a little off subject to explain to y'all that females, that it was a point in time that it was only females on a planet. Even if you pay attention, they got some truth in the movie Superman. If you pay attention to Superwoman, she was when she fly back to her island, it was an island with only all females. They be putting the truth in these cartoons, but you got to decipher the shit, because y'all got to think about it. This shit they don't just make this out the blue. You know what I'm saying? But in other words, the black woman is God, because she was the first being on planet Earth, and everything, including civilizations, comes from her. I agree. And then one of the main reasons a woman doesn't have any authority or value in the Bible. In fact, the woman is demonized, and humanity is cursed because of the woman was tricked to eating the apple. So, according to the Bible in Genesis, they say that since the snake, which is the serpent, which is the devil, since they trying to say that the snake tricked Eve into eating the apple. So the reason why Eve ate the apple, so because Eve ate the apple, that's the reason why humanity cursed. And hence, when females go on their menstruation, if you look up the definition of menstruation, and in one of the definitions, it will tell you curse. So they blaming all this shit on Eve, which is what we know. The first people on earth was black, but the first person on earth was a black female. So is that the reason why black women be going through so much trauma on earth? You know, that's the reason why she don't have no throne, why she being mistreated. Yeah, I think we getting on to something here. Let's go to the next slide though. Now, scared me. Oh shit. Now here, these are chromosomes. As you can see, the X chromosome is the female chromosome, and the Y chromosome is the male chromosome. So in other words, the female is the pink chromosome right here, and the male is the blue chromosome. And like I was saying, this chromosome, I forgot the exact percentage of how much bigger it is than this, but basically this blue chromosome come from the pink chromosome. The pink can't come from the blue. You see how big this is? Any scientist will tell you that the Y chromosome come from the X chromosome. That's why it's bigger. This blue chromosome comes from this. This pink chromosome can't come from the blue chromosome. It's too small. And that's real key, because females can only produce. We don't produce females. They produce us. So that's all this is in science form. This an X chromosome and a Y chromosome. Now we on Eve. Eve is symbolic to mitochondrial Eve gene. Remember, I say Adam is symbolic. Adam is symbolic to Adam. Now Eve is symbolic to mitochondrial Eve gene. I pulled this up off Google. Y'all can do the same yourself. It say, who was the mother of all humans? It's a mitochondrial Eve. Mitochondrial Eve, mother of all humans, lived 200,000 years ago. Summary: the most robust statistical examination to date our species' genetic links to mitochondrial Eve, the maternal ancestor of all living humans. It's key that they saying humans. I'm gonna explain to y'all why humans is important, because a lot of y'all might think all us humans, but we all not humans. Now, as crazy as that sound, let me explain it to y'all. Now, it's a scientific fact that only African phenotype is the true humans. We the supreme beings. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a fact that if you are non-African, you are 96% human being, 4% Neanderthal. So with that being said, only African descendants are considered 100% human beings. That's why we superior. That's why we, you know, we so much better at a lot of stuff. If you look at the sport industry and the entertainment industry, we dominated it. Even in the knowledge industry, all the black people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and all the people that had knowledge, they killed them. And it's a reason why they doing this, because they don't want us to wake up and realize that everything comes from us. We the mothers and fathers of everything. We've been here first. So yeah, that's key. That's real key. Now, I'm gonna go to the next slide. Now, Adam and Eve is let me read this over. Adam and Eve is literally a symbolic story, and it is used to manipulate and control you. So, Adam and the Eve, which is Adams, which is this, and the Eve with the mitochondrial Eve gene, which is only black people have, only Afrocentric people have this, a mitochondrial Eve gene. So the Adam and Eve story, this is what it's allegorical to. It's telling you about the Adam and the mitochondrial Eve gene and the first species being created, which was a black woman. That's why I say the black woman is God, because, you know, I just proved to you that black people are the oldest people there is on earth. We are the original, what's the word I'm looking for? The indigenous people. And we go back more than 200,000 years. Now I'm going to hit the next slide. Now, this slide say crosses represent the death of consciousness. And that's the reason why Jesus was crucified on a cross. Hence, that's another thing is, every time we go to a funeral, what do you notice? You notice crosses. Anytime you go to a funeral, you go see a cross, because cross represents death. It represents the death of consciousness, and I'm gonna explain that. And hence, Jesus himself says, "My Father, why have you forsaken me?" But wasn't Jesus supposed to come down here to earth and die for our sins? So Jesus came all the way from heaven down to earth, got crucified on a cross, and before he died, he said, "Father, why have you forsaken me?" But Jesus, remember, you supposed to came down here and die for our plan. So you mean to tell me you forgot your own plan? You forgot y'all forgot the whole plan? Like y'all don't see the loopholes and the shit, this how they controlling us? So basically, Jesus himself then had this knowledge that I'm explaining to y'all. Now let's go to the next slide, because this important. I'm finna get deep into why crosses represent the depth of consciousness, and why every time y'all at a funeral, y'all go always see a cross. Now, Christians, a cross represents the depth of consciousness, because a cross, if a cross can be folded into a cube. If Jesus was to get taken off this cross, it'd look like a T, and a T can get folded up to a cube. It'd look like this. And that's very important, because boxes and cubes, they stagnate energy. So when you give somebody a present, When you get somebody a gift, notice it's in a box, because a box stagnate. It holds energy. When you get some shoes, the shoes is in a box. When you die, they put your ass in a casket. Your ass get put in a box. When you go to jail, they put your ass in a cell. You in a box. Your energy is being stagnated. It's not flowing. You know what I'm saying? So this another reason how the Bible, how they like trap our soul in a book. Like, for an example, if you get into an argument or a debate with a religious person or Christian person, one thing they go do is they go pull out their Bible and Luke said chapter 3 and reverses, and they get to hitting all them scriptures. But what y'all don't realize is that when y'all religious, y'all is trapping y'all soul inside the book. It's like a genie being trapped inside the lamp. That's what religion do to us. That's why crosses represent the death of consciousness. Now, further in the next slide, I'll go a little bit deeper. Now, this is called a hexahedron. You notice this is the same shape of the Christian cross. This hexahedron, if folded up, it can be folded up into a cube. Remember that I told you, cube and boxes stagnate energy. It keep you at a standstill. So, that's why all presents and surprises get put in boxes. That's why when your ass die, you get put in a box. When you in jail, your ass in a fucking box. You can't do nothing. Your energy is stagnated. You can't do nothing if you wanted to. So I'm giving y'all sacred geometry. I would like to thank my boy Young Pharaoh for this research. I got some of this research from him. But my job is to spread the message and free the minds of my people, because this what's been holding us back. We've been praying and they've been slaying. The Bible tell you not to the Bible tell you we go get ours in heaven, while the Jewish and Caucasian or white people and any other race that's other than blacks, they get nails right now. We gotta pray and get ours in heaven, but they get nails right now. See, religion, it's like it makes you put your guard down, because you think you're going to get everything. You think if you be good, you go get this in heaven. If you do this and all that, you go get it in heaven. But police officers, judges, and presidents, and all these racist Ku Klux Klan and all these people that run the earth, they getting their shit right now. So you know what I'm saying? They controlling us, man. They manipulating us. I'm gonna show you for an example. I'm gonna give you one example of how they be manipulating us. Let's say if I'm a police officer. Let's say if I shoot your son and your son die. Now, religion make it weaken you and make you put your guard down, because in the Bible it tell you to forgive. It tell you forgive that person that killed your son. It's telling you go get yours in heaven. So religion, man, it was created to basically keep the poor from murdering the rich. That's why religion was created. This shit was created to control and manipulate us at our own free will. And as I just explained to y'all, if I just explained to y'all that Adam and Eve didn't really exist, then that means none in the Bible never happened, because everything is descendants from Adam and Eve. So keep that in mind. Now let's go to the next slide. Now, religious versus spiritual consciousness. Now, when you praying, that makes your frequency go external, meaning outside of yourself, leaving you to wish and hope and giving your power and divinity to someone else outside of yourself. That's what praying do. When you praying to somebody outside of yourself, you basically putting everything in somebody else's hands. Why would you do that when you got the own divinity inside you? If you come from a God, that shit makes you a God. That's not blasphemy. Shit, if I come from my mama or come from my daddy, that make me part of my mama, a part of my daddy. That ain't no fucking blasphemy. Now, That's how they manipulating us. Now, right here, it say meditation makes your frequency go internal, meaning inside of yourself, giving you the control and the knowledge of your own divinity, the strength. That's what meditation do. And it's a known fact that meditation cures illnesses. When you meditate, it help you become one with the universe. You align and open your chakras. Not only that, when you tune in like that, you can manifest stuff much quicker. You can, you pretty much can do whatever you want, whatever your will is, whatever you're to do when you meditate. But when you praying, you giving your frequency. Remember, your frequency is going external. Now, in the next slide, I'm gonna go deeper into showing you what your soul do and what your spirit do when you pray, and I'm gonna show you what your spirit is like when you meditate. Now, hold on, let me frame this up again. Okay, now on the left side right here, we have a pool. This pool is you when you praying. You notice the water dirty, is filthy, because and another key thing is, notice it's inside of a box. Remember, I told y'all that boxes and squares and cubes, they stagnate your frequency. So basically, in this picture, this would be your soul and God would be the pool boy. But what you don't notice is the pool boy ain't showing up. He ain't cleaning the pool. So that's why you can't pray and be expecting people to do what's for you. You have to do that yourself. So this is your soul when you praying. Now, on the right, this is meditation. This is your soul when you meditate. No, you see this fresh water. You can drink from this water. It's fresh. It ain't like the pool water all stagnated and dirty and got parasites and shit. And another thing, notice this water is not inside of a square or a rectangular form. So it's fresh. It's not stagnated. So this your spirit when you meditate. And on the left, this your spirit when you praying. And remember the box. Remember, boxes stagnate energy. That's why the water ain't no good. It's been hoping God, which was the pool boy, was gonna come refreshing in it, and all the stuff has been praying for, but the pool boy ain't show up. Now look at your soul. Now look over here. This one all fresh and shit. It ain't praying to nobody. It's been putting its frequency internal. Now let's go to the next slide, shall we? Y'all ain't gonna get no knowledge like this from nowhere else, man. Y'all better like and subscribe to my channel, man. These facts, how can you deny these facts? I'm showing you pictures. I'm showing you sacred geometry. I'm bringing up the definitions. I'm showing you Bible scriptures and verses. These facts. Now, the title of this is say Christianity is a demonic religion. Oops, let me go back. It say, hold on, y'all. I gotta go back and get y'all right. Hold on, let me go back to my slide. We was right here. We was right here. I was reading this definition. Now, Christianity is a demonic religion because in Christianity, they practice cannibalism. Now, I'm gonna read this definition of cannibalism to y'all. It's a cannibalism is the act. It's a act. So cannibalism is the act of consuming another individual of the same species as food. So basically, cannibalism is a person eating another person, some evil satanic shit. And then they say cannibalism is a common ecological interaction in an animal kingdom and has been recorded in more than 1,500 species. Human cannibalism is well documented both in ancient and recent times. Hence, they say recent times. So that means they still doing this shit today. And I'm gonna show y'all how it's cannibalism in Christianity. Now, I went on Google and I typed in cannibalism, and then I had went to images. And if you look at all these images real closely, you'll see exactly what the fuck cannibalism is. This is like a lady with a chopped up foot, and you can even look over here. It look like this girl trying to eat this guy's ear. And this cartoon looking pictures, they chopping up legs and shit. So basically, cannibalism is eating another human, the same species as you. And as you can see, if you look at all these pictures, you'll notice that majority of all these pictures have non-African faces. They are Caucasian descendant. Now, in the next slide, it say Christianity is a Caucasian religion and agenda is to control and manipulate masses of people. And like I was saying, cannibalism is in Christianity because on church, the bread and wine is symbolic to the flesh and blood. When you drink the juice, the grape juice or whatever wine it is in church, and you eat that cracker, the cracker is symbolic to Jesus' body, and the wine is symbolic to his blood. That's cannibalism. I just showed you and read the definition and explained to you how that shit, like how that shit evil. And look, I'm gonna go back to it. Look, it's a hold on, because I gotta get y'all right, man. It's a cannibalism is the act of consuming another individual of the same species as food. The key word is act because you don't have to literally eat. It's the act, so you can act like what they doing in church. They acting as they eating the body of Christ and drinking the blood of Christ. So there you go, right there. This shit satanic. Shit evil. This how they been controlling us. Maybe this is the reason why the Ku Klux Klan burned the cross, because it's still the same Christian cross, but they burning it. And I wonder why they burning it. Maybe this why, because they represent that dark side, that occult side of Christianity that they try to keep hidden. Okay, I showed y'all what cannibalism is. Okay, and this is the reason why Caucasians can eat raw meat or medium rare. And also, they can drink blood without getting sick or catching any infection or blood diseases. I know we all been out to Chili's and the Michael Jordan Steakhouse and Fridays, and we all seen the white couple or a non-African couple get their steak medium rare. Shit, some people get their shit raw. See, I'm gonna explain to y'all why it's like that. Okay, African people, we are considered what you call a herbivore. I want y'all to look these definitions up, because a herbivore is a plant eater, which is what black people is. And a herbivore, they eat meat too, but it can only be well done. They don't eat raw meat. So black people would be considered herbivores. Caucasian people would be considered carnivores because they can eat raw meat. They could drink blood. Hence, most of the vampire movies you seen was with white people. You know, they drink blood and they can't be in that goddamn sun. They can't be in the sun. And that's key, because that's another reason why we the supreme beings, because of the mitochondrial Eve gene. We can live in the sun, we can live in the winter, the fall, we can live in any season. and adapt to it. That's probably the reason why we hate it so much, man. How can something natural like the sun in the sky give you cancer? That's something natural. So that proves that you are a unnatural people. But I don't want to get off subject. That's gonna be another lecture for another time. But yeah, that basically, getting back on subject, that's basically how Christianity is evil. They practice cannibalism. They act as if they eating the body and blood of Jesus Christ. That's some sick vampire shit. Now, next slide. Oh, that's it. Well, if y'all feeling this video, man, like and subscribe to my channel and shit. I'm gonna be dropping more content soon. And y'all ain't gonna get this knowledge from nowhere else, man. And if y'all got a problem with all these facts that I presented, hit me up and we can debate. And I don't like to talk for free. We can debate some money. 5 racks, 10 racks, put your money where your mouth is. And that is all, folks. Like and subscribe. And this is a show from the Messenger TV. Yes, Sirski. Peace.